Hello and welcome, everybody, to some Let's Stream Sid Meier's Civilization 4 Beyond the Sword with the mod Caveman to Cosmos. This is version 28. This is your host, as always, Mah-Dry-Bread, and today, joining me in the chat, are two of the developers of the mod, Hydromancer X, and where was his name? Koshling. Sorry, Koshling, you kind of scrolled up in the chat and I didn't see your name right away. I'm going to scroll up real quick, and I'm going to let you guys know exactly what they do. Hydromancer X says that he does design XML, which I'm not sure what that is, and some of the graphics, and Koshling mostly does performance stuff and AI stuff. So, basically, they're in the stream chat, which, obviously, if you're watching the recording, you can't see. So what I'll be doing is, as I ask them questions, and, you know, they give general information about the game in kind of an interview-ish style, I'll be reading aloud what they say, and of course preceded by their names, so you know in the recording who said what. And of course, we'll just be playing a casual game, as this goes, of Caveman to Cosmos, of course. The link to the download link to the mod will be in the description of the recorded video, as well as whatever links Hydromancer X and Koshling want me to put in there, if I can pimp out their own personal stuff on it. Could someone tell Koshling to refresh the page? Sometimes it doesn't properly update for people. Alright, this should be good. Oh, XML is stuff like buildings, wonders, civics, units, and techs, says Hydromancer X. Alright, so we have that. Now, I'm going to go play now and pick my civilization, but then I'm going to go into custom game, because I remember reading somewhere that the custom game stuff was recommended. I guess it really doesn't matter what I pick, considering I'm just doing this to have a close look at the teams. Hydromancer X and Koshling, could you let me know if there are any new civilizations from version 27 to 28? I'm just kind of scrolling through them real quick to see if I recognize any new ones. Oh, is this new? I think these guys are new. Uzbek? I have never heard of this empire before. Imperialistic and progressionist. I don't think I've ever seen either of those, Oh, cool. Now it says what a negative trait is exactly in the bottom. That's actually very useful. That must be a new feature. I don't believe I've seen any, either of those. Stream is offline after refresh. Not sure what's going on, Koshling, then. I guess give it a minute. Scrolling through to see if there are any other ones. You should play as Spain's Azumadark. It's a new feature. I like it. Polynesian, I believe they were already in the game. I'm just seeing if anything sticks out. You. I don't think I've seen you before. Idealistic. Is this just something that's unfixable, by the way? Because I've noticed that especially with spiritual leaders, a lot of the bottom of the window gets cut off. And it makes it pretty hard to figure out unless you just, you know, read the Civipedia on what the traits are. The woman of Polynesia is good. Organized and scientific, but cruel. Yeah, I was actually, the first time I ever got this mod, I put a lot of, Nebuchadnezzar II. I put a lot of thought into playing as him, because Nebuchadnezzar II looked like a really good character. Still need to fix that issue? Yeah. Yeah, Nebuchadnezzar II looked like a really good leader, because Revolutionary didn't, unless they've changed it, it scrolled off the bottom, but Revolutionary doesn't seem like it's a particularly horrible negative trait, and Scientific seems to be really powerful. And Industrious, you know, for wonders quickly. I just thought it seemed like a really good combination. Koshling might have, Koshling says that he might have to leave because he can't seem to get the stream working. I'm not sure why you can't get it working, perhaps your flash isn't up to date? Are you able to watch anyone else's stream? I think that's the only new ones that are really jumping out at me, unless they're new leaders for old civilizations. Is Filipino new? I don't think they're new, but I could be wrong. Inuit were already in there. Yeah, I fought them before. Italian, Lower Sioux. Oh, you? Oh no, you were already there. That's an amazing picture, by the way. It looks like those are all the... Oh, Polish! Was Polish in it before? I don't know if Poland was in it before. The average is playing when I refresh, then it just says offline. I'm not sure what the problem is then. Weird. Okay, it looks like that's all the new teams then. Let's decide who we want to play as then. So, of course, I will do the usual thing of taking a vote from the chat, letting you guys know, and you may be overruled if Hydromancer knows a certain one that is particularly representative of the game, I guess. But if he says that I can pick whatever and anything should be fine, then I'll just go with whatever. Try to get the best pictures? Yeah. Umadar, Viking or Pirate? Yeah, I always got a kick out of the pirate one, because it's like not even, it's not even like a particular race. I'm assuming this is not something that can be changed, but wasn't Captain Barbossa Ottoman? And yet, even if you pick him, your culture is European. Well, I guess, would you count? I guess you would count Turkey as European. Never mind. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. The pictures are used since the game's file is huge. It's saved on... it's to save on file size by using still pictures. Well, still pictures are fine. I don't have any problem with it. The only time it bugs me is when a mod doesn't even replace the pictures and they just use, like... If they use a model from in-game, that's fine, as long as they put, like, another skin over it. Otherwise, just use a still picture. Now, after a full browser restart, you can... Okay, you can now hear the audio. Okay. Leaderheads can't have different regional cultures? Okay. I count Turkey as European. Yeah. My fiancée is actually Turkish. But even then, she says like it's technically European, but the culture is extremely Middle Eastern. Video is not synced, though? I'm not sure what is going on. Your browser does not like this. I'll blame your browser. Alright, right, enough messing around. Let's get the game going. Let's get the game going, and then we'll start with some questions once there's stuff on screen to ask questions about. So if there's anything that I'm personally favoring, I've always favored Russia, and I've always thought that Stalin, both in the regular game he's interesting, but in this one, from what I've read, between Deceiver and Politician seems really, really interesting for espionage, where he gets the free loyalty perk because of Politician, which, unless it's been changed, I believe makes it so they never give up, they never expose what nationality they are. And Deceiver is, you know, you have extra espionage per city, extra from spies, you get some free promotions for espionage. You do have a bit of a diplomacy penalty here, with leaders of the same trait. Okay, so I guess two deceivers don't like each other. That's interesting. I don't know if that's... I think that might be new, because I don't recognize that from before. I hate how I have to keep putting my cursor back on to continue reading it. That actually bothers me. I don't know if that's something that can be fixed. The only weak thing I'm seeing here, other than, of course, culture being down and a bit of unhappiness, the major thing that I'm disliking in Politician is less military production, but it seems like it's so minor in comparison to the less civic upkeep, so I think it's a real net gain. So I've always thought that Stalin would be a really interesting leader to play. Mah-Dry is totalitarian. You know I've liked the USSR. You always know I've been a fan of the USSR. I'm not particularly a fan of the things Stalin has done. I've always, realistically, like, if we're looking at the reality non-video game, if we're thinking of non-video game terms, I've always idolized Vladimir Lenin. That man is a very interesting man with very good ideas. Just don't get Populist trait, because I think it has less hammers and it's really hard to start your game. Yeah, wasn't that one, isn't Populist the one where, they will bend to the whim of the people no matter what? They have, like, no spine, so I think as you have slightly more food, but a lot of, you have, like, a lot of upkeep issues. I think there was a Mexican leader like that. Let me check him. Yeah, this one. More happiness, less healthiness, a little bit less, 5% less hammers, but I'm guessing that really starts to build up. A lot more food from trade, but less gold from trade. Less defense in all cities. See, at a glance, from my perspective, as like, I'm not really a professional player, but I do enjoy playing it a lot. it looks like it's not that bad a negative trait, but I'm obviously going to take the developers' words on this, because they obviously know more than I do about this. Exactly, Lenin wasn't the bad one, really. Lenin put them in a golden age. It was after he died that things started to go to shit. What version are you using, Mah-Dry-Bread? We're using the newest version, which is version 28. I believe it just came out a couple of weeks ago. Side note, all traits are made by Thunderbird. That's Thunder B-R-D, who could not join us today. Julius Caesar has it too? Really? You guys must have had to do a shit ton of research to come up with traits for all of these people. I don't know how long this mod has existed. I only found out about it when it was in version, I think, 26. But, you guys must work insanely hard on this, and you've got to have a big team of people. Right, I'm rambling. I just have so much to talk about just on the Civilization screen alone. I cannot begin to explain how much I have enjoyed this mod before, in at least over a year. I have never even finished a game of Civilization, Civilization I obviously have. I've never finished a game of Caveman to Cosmos, because I'm one of those gamers who have the horrible problem of every time they come back to the game, they want to play as a new character. So I always come back. I have played the shit out of the prehistoric era. With, like, what, 20 civilizations? I've always wanted to play Italy, but I've never gotten around to trying them. Okay, let's finally get down to this. We've got 12 viewers, and they probably really want to see this shit. I'll put in, like, an annotation at the beginning to skip to the gameplay for the recorded stream. Before it was that, it was A New Dawn. Before that, it was... I actually heard of Rise of Mankind. Did that not come with the game? Did that not come with Beyond the Sword? Because I'm fairly sure that's a really common mod. Because I've heard that name before. Right, let's pick. Chat, vote. Vote on Civilization. I'm just gonna start scrolling through them very slowly so people can read them. After we pick the Civilization, we'll pick the leader. And then we'll go out and do custom game because, you know, the grandchild of Rise of Mankind by Zapra, with 2 P's, that is, for people in the recorded stream who are interested in looking these things up. Pirate, breast power, random. I am a big fan of random. You know, what the hell? Why not? Let's go random. And hope we don't get something really bad. Gothic. Of course you'd say that, Gothanatic. Alright, we're in custom game. And I believe what I saw was recommended was Perfect World 2. I'm sure the moderators can... Or the mods can correct me if I'm wrong on that. We want to start in prehistoric, obviously. I think they said the speed... I think I read that the speed snail was recommended. This is probably going to go... I'm probably going to do this game over the course of a lot of streams. Because, you know, these games take so long. And I think I also read somewhere that... Oh, no. I think I read somewhere that Mastery should be the only one turned on. Is that correct? Mah-Dry is going to get Canadian out. If I do get Canadian, I hope I get... Was Trudeau in this game? I think Trudeau's in this game. Sure? Just Mastery is good? Okay. Okay, now we start deciding the actual options. Now, I'm going to check off all the ones I can remember off the top of my head that I read being the ones you should do. Why are those on by default? I like technology brokering. Whatever. Right, I'm going to... Words are not coming to me. I'm going to check off all the ones that I remember reading, and then I'm sure Hydromancer and Kosh can correct me on if I've done any of these wrong, because there might be new ones. I'm not sure. I'm already seeing some I don't recognize. Like, I don't think I recognize that. Okay. No Revolution should be off. I remember the first one that should be on, from what I read, was Start as a Minor Civ. Which Start as a Minor Civ, the newer ones are near the bottom. The Start as a Minor Civ one, from my understanding, is every single civilization is basically a barbarian civilization where they are always at war with every other civ until they have learned writing. Then they have the ability to actually communicate and, you know, make deals, sign a peace treaty or a ceasefire, things like that. Do multiple production and research. Yes, that's another one that I was told was good to go for. Usable mountains. Yeah, I read that one. I remember surround and destroy and advanced diplomacy. I don't think unlimited wonders was one. Barbarian generals, yes. Assimilation, was that one recommended? What is this? Captured cities retain their original civilization and can build that civ's unique units and unique buildings. That's interesting. I think I will have that on unless they tell me it's really broken or something. No, no, yes. Yes, assimilation? Yes, assimilation. Okay. Keep in mind that when you hear me say something, you're hearing it probably 10 seconds after I've actually said it because the stream has to buffer. So if you can say next to your yes or no answer what option we're talking about, it would help. What's our stance on unlimited wonders? You'll say the option 2? It's okay. I know you guys, like, just made Twitch accounts recently. No unlimited wonders? No unlimited wonders. Final 5? No. High and low? No. I remember these being really weird ones that are clearly not representative of the average game. Great Commanders. I think that one was turned on. I don't know what culturally linked starts, but my understanding is it'll group all the civilizations that realistically were near each other. Why is this on chieftain? Let's do noble. I feel like I can decently handle noble. I don't want my opponents to be completely gimped. Great Commander? Yes. Culturally linked starts? That's a yes. Okay. No personalized map. Advanced economy, I'm guessing that's a yes, because all the advanced stuff seem like they appeal to me. Realistic culture spread, I've used that before, and I liked that a lot. I thought that was really cool. Larger cities without metropolitan administration. I have no idea what that is. Yes, cultural spread, good, good. No to the larger city thingy. Alright. Realistic corporations. What do you guys think about that? And I'll just scroll to, like, that so you can see all the ones there. I know, people in the recording, this is probably taking forever, but I think I already said before, I'm just going to put an annotation at the beginning of the video that skips to when we start the actual match, in case people want to skip this intro stuff. Yes to realistic corporations and religion decay. Barbarians always raise. I don't think that's realistic. Barbers raise is up to you. I think I'm going to keep that off. I want them to be able to take cities. United Nations policy are still buildable even when diplomacy victory is not enabled. Well, we don't have diplomacy victory. We have mastery. So I would like it that you could still build that. I'm sure it still has purpose. Yes, UN. Okay, good. Advanced espionage. I would assume yes. Modern corporations. Adds new corporations for modern era, making resources more valuable. That sounds important. The UN is irrelevant for several thousand turns. Yeah. Advanced nukes. Of course. Divine prophets. Use prophets to defend religions. Oh, like in Gods and Kings. Is that recommended? No divine prophets? I didn't think so. That doesn't sound like it's the average game exactly. No city limits for civics. No explicit limits or penalties from civics choices for founding any number of cities. I'm not entirely sure what that does. No fixed borders. Infinite XP. Oh, no loss of experience when upgrading troops. Unlimited national unit sounds like that would be kind of game-breaking. No negative traits. I don't know if that would be good either. Removes negative penalties from positive traits and positive bonuses from negative traits. That's interesting. No unlimited national units. Okay, okay. This is like wrestling. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know where you are. Fuck you. Okay. Oh, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You corrected the next statement. Okay. City limits are intended to give you expansion based on your government capability, civics. I like it. So some do, some don't. No pure traits, yes to developing leaders. Okay. Start without positive traits, no nukes, scale city limits. What's this? Leaders gain additional trait selection throughout the game due to expanding national culture values. That's interesting. This is new. I remember you guys telling me that one's totally new. Oh, start without pause? Pose? I don't know. Yes, scale city limits, okay. Okay. Is this good? Yes, it's new in 28 and being actively developed in 29. Excuse my typing, it's okay. Yes, it's good. We're good? Looks good? Yeah! Alright, let's do this. Alright, let's get this going. Let me read the chat one last time just to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Make sure you're on prehistoric era. We are. We're also on snail speed. We start in the old world. We're perfect world 2, C2C. Size standard, sea level normal. Break Pangea, cylindrical. Are any of those things we should change them? Large map size. Okay, we're on large. And sea level good. I'm IMing you. Don't be so... Vance, don't IM me during a stream. I don't... That's why I have those notifications turned off, so people don't do that. Though large map will take a couple of minutes to generate. Well, it's okay if it'll take a little bit to generate. I've got a really insanely powerful computer. I built it myself. I need it for streaming and recording the videos I do. Alright, we're good. Low sea level? Okay. Alright, we're good. Let's launch this shit. Alright, I'm pumped. I have a question, actually. The Running Man cursor. Is that the avatar from Ultima 7? Or no, was it Ultima 8? No, Ultima 7. Yeah, whatever one was Pagan. Is that what the animation of the running guy cursor, like the loading screen cursor is? Because that's what it looks like to me, and I'm not entirely sure. Civ is one of those games I see you play a lot, but I still have no fucking idea how to play. Do you have any Civ games? Because I'd love to teach you guys. I love Civ. You would have to ask strategy only, he made it. Okay. Well, let's just give this a minute. And this is the part, if I was just recording a Let's Play, that I would just cut out completely, the loading screen. I have Civ 3 and Civ 5, and Civ 5 is laggy as hell. Civ 3 was actually my least favorite numbered Civ game. I liked it, but I could not get into it like I could the others. You can get Civ 4 on Friday? By all means, get it. Welcome to Mah-Dry, I hope you know wrestling. Or, I hope you now wrestling, but I'm gonna chalk that up to you speaking, Dutch. Civ 5 sucks in your opinion? You lost the just one more turn feeling? I don't know, I really, really love Civ 5. I don't like it as much as Civ 4, though. Civ 5 I've got a solid 300 hours on, and I've beaten it on deity once. But that was after like 100 straight hours of trying. Well, you know, with sleep and eating and, you know, stuff like that. Alright. The game has started, and this is when people clicking the annotation are probably seeing. We are Solomon of the Israeli Empire. That's interesting. I've never played as these guys. Middle Eastern culture. Native culture, human, of course. We are spiritual, scientific, and temperamental. I don't know about spiritual and temperamental off the top of my head, but I do know scientific is one that I was really hoping to get, so I'm happy about that. So let's just crack open the Civipedia real quick. No, that's main menu. Oh, right, top left. So we'll just crack that open real quick. Leaders. And we are Solomon. So he is... Here we go. My cursor just naturally landed on him. Spiritual. On spiritual promotion line, I'm not sure what those upgrades are, +3 happiness in cities with state religion, -3 in ones with non-state religions in a city. Oh wow. That might be a double-edged sword. Per non-state religion in a city. Holy shit. Oh yeah, I gotta be careful about that theocracy or something. -500% reduction to anarchy time from state religion changes. Okay, so I can change it easily. Have extra production and commerce from all priests. -1 science from all scientists, which I'm guessing that's pretty well offset by my other trait. I have extra birth rate of great people in places with the religion, and the state religion, or the state with the holy city, decreases rebelliousness. And cities with state religion construct buildings 15% faster. That's nice. Okay, so I need to found a religion. With scientific, the dark side of Civipedia. Scientific. We have 20% extra unhappiness from war. We get an extra 1 science per city, an extra 10% science overall, 2 extra beakers from scientists in all cities, so that more than offsets the what we lose from the other one. Another extra 10% in the capital, slower military production, 50% modifier of worker speeds when you build solar panels, okay? And we're temperamental, this is our negative trait. 5% less culture, 5% less great person birth rate, 5% less great generals. We have extra military production, so that helps offset that. We need slightly more XP for promotions. Our military units start with less experience, and the civic upkeep is slightly up. That doesn't seem horrible to me. Alright. Okay, let's get this thing started. Band of Homo sapiens. Well, I want to turn that on. It doesn't look like I can see any natural resources. I'm gonna move you over here. Do you see any fish? No fish. Do I want to settle right away? Or do I want to explore a little? Well, on the one hand, I want to say the game's on snail pace. It won't hurt so much to, found one, at the mouth of the river. Are you talking about right here? Or, oh, right here. Is this what you're talking right here? Because, are you saying to found there because it would be very easy to defend? Because, you know, it's hard to attack over on coast and river. So right here. Wait. Yeah, right here? Is that what you're saying? Bonus from river and sea buildings. Oh, that's a good point, yeah. Would this count as sea and river? And seeing as I don't have any fish that I'm seeing around here, I'm guessing that having the least water panels, the better. As long as I still have ocean access. If I understand this correctly. So the bread icons are food. Yes, they are. Yes, but that might be a freshwater lake. Well, the river is freshwater, I know that for sure. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit lost just because I'm saying so much at once and you guys are probably responding to, like, things I said before. On the muddy tree terrain. Muddy tree. Muddy tree. Muddy tree. Oh, forest muddy, right here. Okay. I will move my men over here, and I'll get those stone throwers to go hit that goody hut. Oh wow, first turn took a while. I guess it's because everyone's probably founding their cities. You have a money tree. Oh, the body of water to the right might not be an ocean. Okay. Well, this for sure is an ocean, so. Jerusalem. Oh, there's a goody hut down there, too. And it looks like bamboo. Okay, I'm thinking we start off with native culture, Middle Eastern. Well, I could make more brutes or stone throwers and scout more. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with native cultural. culture, Middle Eastern. And the devs are about to yell at me if I just did something stupid. There we go. I'll have them pop the 2 goody huts. Go for culture, it'll serve you better. Okay, good.